Good morning, students. So today we will start with the chapter indices or exponent. So this chapter you have studied many times now. So before starting the chapter, let's review few things that you have already studied in the previous classes. So what is the meaning of exponent? First of all, suppose a to the power m is written. So what is the meaning of a to the power m? It means you will multiply a m times. For example, suppose if I write 2 to the power 4. So that means I am going to multiply 2 4 times. Okay. So in this a to the power m, okay, understand the terms. This a is known as the base. And this m has many names. We sometimes call it as power, or sometimes we call it as index, or sometimes we also called it as exponent. Okay. So in this a to the power m, this a is known as the base, this m is known as power or index, or sometimes we called it as exponent also. So this is the terminology that you need to understand. And then the important thing in order to solve the questions related to this chapter will be, we have to study and we have to know the laws of exponent. So first we will cover, or we will review the laws of exponent that we have already studied in the previous classes. Okay, so most important thing that you should be knowing and you should know how to use it. So we will cover first laws of exponent. Okay, so before starting the exercise, we will discuss the laws of exponent. So starting with the very first law, that we called it as product rule. That is, if two or more than two numbers are there such that their bases are same, in that case, and they are multiplied together, so in that case what we will do, we will simply add the powers of the number. Okay, so how we use this law? You have to be careful with the base. If bases are same, then only you can add the powers. For example, let's suppose if I write 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 1. So in that case, what we will do? We will simply add these exponents. So I will get 3 to the power 6. Next is quotient law. Another important law. So if two numbers are such that their bases are same and they are divided with each other, in that case what we will do, we will simply subtract their powers. For example, if I write 3 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 2, so what I will get? 3 to the power 3, I will simply subtract the powers and I will get 3 to the power 1. So this product rule is applicable for more than two numbers subjected to the condition that their bases should be same. Okay, you cannot use the product rule when the bases are different. Suppose if I write 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 2, then you cannot use this rule because in this bases are not same. Okay, then third is another important one, power law. So what is power law? If a number is there and its whole power is there, in that case we will simply multiply the powers. For example, suppose if I write 3 to the power 2 to the power 3, so what will be my answer? we will multiply these powers. Okay, so you will get 3 to the power 6. So product rule, product law, quotient law, then power law. These are the three basic laws that we will use, and along with these few more rules are there. First take a look at this. Okay, so we have studied power law. When the bases are same. Now let's see one more law. When the bases are not same but powers are same, like this. So in that case we can combine these bases and we can write it like this. For example, suppose it is written 3 to the power 2 into 2 to the power 2. See, in this case bases are same, so you can write it like this: 3 into 2 to the power 2, or it becomes 6 square. Okay, so previous product law was when the bases were same. This product law we will use when the exponent is same. Similarly, if division sign is there, so we can write it like this: a upon b to the power n. For example, if it is written that 2 to the power 3 upon 3 to the power 3, so we can write it as 2 upon 3 to the power 3. Then any number, no matter what is the number and how big is the number, if its power is 0, in that case your answer will always be equals to 1. Okay, you should not, suppose if I write like this 3 to the power 2 to the power 0, so we will not solve, we will simply write the answer as 1, because this number is having the power as 0. Then how to remove the negative exponent? Suppose it is written a to the power minus m. So I can write it as 1 upon a to the power m. So in order to remove the negative exponent, you simply take the reciprocal of the number and you will get, and your exponent will become positive. For example, suppose if I take one example, 2 to the power minus 3. So it will be 1 upon 2 to the power 3. Or if it is written 1 upon 2 to the power minus 3, if it is written 1 upon 2 to the power minus 3, then I can write it as 2 to the power 3. So in order to change the exponent from negative to positive, you simply take the reciprocal of that respective number, then it will automatically get changed into the positive sign. Then few more important laws. Suppose a rational number is there and its power is negative, then you can change the negative power from positive by simply reciprocating the fraction. For example, if 2 upon 3 to the power minus 2 is there, then it will be equal to 3 upon 2 to the power. Then if mth root of any number is there, then this can be written as 1 upon n. Okay, mth root. For example, if suppose I write cube root of 2, so we can write it as 2 to the power 1 upon 3. If it is written fourth root of 3, then you can write 3 to the power 1 upon 4. Okay, again very important law, this we will be using very frequently in the question. Mth root of any number, then you can simply take this m like this, you will convert into 1 upon m. Then suppose like this, minus a to the power m, then your answer will always negative when m is an odd number, and minus a to the power m is always positive when m is even. Okay, for example, suppose takes 1 minus 2 to the power 3. See, this is negative number and the power is an odd number, so your answer will always be negative, that is minus 8. And if I take minus 2 to the power 2, negative number, even exponent, then in that case your answer will always be positive, that is 4. Okay, so you just go through these laws of exponents, and before starting the exercise by yourself also, you should thoroughly know how to use these laws of exponent, and these laws we will use in the questions in order to solve them easily or in the very short time. Okay, so far we have discussed the laws of exponents. Now we will discuss few problems related to those laws. So let's discuss exercise 2.1, and the very first question. Write the base and the exponent of the following. See, so what I have told you, whenever the number is written like this, so in that case, what will be the base? Base is actually 5. Okay, this is known as the base, and the power is known as the exponent. So what is the exponent in this case? Exponent is 7. And if it is like this, 7 to the power minus 4, then again base will be in this 7 and exponent will be minus 4. And even if suppose it is written like this, root 2 to the power 6. Okay, so what we can do in this case, see, this is root 2, so 2 we can write it as 2 to the power 1 upon 2. Okay, like this we can convert. Now if you remember, we have studied one law, that is a to the power m to the power n is actually a to the power mn. So this law we will use, so it becomes 2 to the power 1 upon 2 into 6, so it is 2 to the power 3. Okay, so whenever you have the quantities like this which are written in the root or cube root, so you just change their base like this. Now base will be 2 and exponent will be 3. Okay, so remember this thing, it is very important. As we have discussed about the laws of exponents, so always remember this, that you just convert it into a real number. Okay, it should be a real number, and then only you will write the base and the exponent. Similarly, in the first question, minus 3 is written how many times? 5 times. So we will write it as minus 3 to the power 5. Then in third question, 3 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 5. Okay, so we have to write it in exponent form. Now just see, this is 3, and if you see very carefully, 3 to the power 5 is actually written 4 times. So this we will take as 3 to the power 5 to the power 4. Now again we will use this law, that is 3 to the power 5 into 4. So actually our answer is 3 to the power 20. So again I am just, it is very important, in the bracket the quantity should be a real number and it is free of powers. So in this manner you can solve the questions, even if it is written in terms of fraction also. Okay, so 1 upon 9 1 upon 9, 1 upon 9. So this is 1 upon 9 to the power 4. Okay. So even if it is written in terms of the fraction, so you have to write it like this. Okay. Then in question number 2, we have to express the following in exponential form. So let's see question number 2 then. Okay, let's see question number 2. So whenever you have to express the number given fraction into the exponential form like this one, okay, so what we will do, we will do the prime factorization of individual numbers. Okay, so like this we will do the prime factorization. So 243 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay, then 3125 we will do the prime factorization. So it is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Okay, so most important thing is this minus sign. So and just count the number of prime factors. Here also 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So we can write it as 3 to the power 5 upon 5 to the power 5, and a minus sign is there. Okay, minus sign I will put here. So when it goes inside the bracket, it becomes minus 3 upon 5 to the power 5. Understood? Then suppose if you have fraction like this, 512 upon 1331. Now when you do the prime factorization of this, you will get, okay, and the prime factorization of this number is 11 into 11 into 11. As we know, the 1331 is the cube of 11. Now you just see, we will try to make this form. And how do we try to make this form? Let's try to form the groups of 3 numbers, identical numbers. So see, it is 2 into 2 into 2, then okay, one more 2 is there. Okay, 2 into 2 into 2. So this is, now you just see 3 numbers are there and 3 groups are there. So one group is having, this is 8, this is 8 and this is 8. So we can write it as 8 into 8 into 8 upon 11 into 11 into 11. Now both numerator and denominator contains 3 factors. So now we can combine it, 8 upon 11 to the power 3. Okay. So in this manner, you just try to form the groups. Whatever the number of factors are given in the numerator, sorry, in the denominator or in the numerator, just try to form. Okay, let's see question number 4. So in question number 4, very first part, it is written as minus 1 upon 12 to the power 4 into 18 upon minus 5 cube. Now as I have told you, whenever we have negative number and power is even, so we can simply write it like this. Okay, 12 we can write 4 times and answer will be positive. And if you write 1 4 times, then again you will get the answer as 1. So 1 to the power any 1 having any power, he will give you 1. Then this is the negative number and power is odd, so you will get always the negative sign. Then 18 will be expanded 3 times and 5 we will write 3 times. Then we will solve like this, and this can be solved it like this. So final answer is minus 9 upon 4000. Okay. And if suppose you have something like this, 2 to the power 5 divided by 2 to the power 9 into 2 to the power minus 7. Then see, now we will use the laws of exponent. Division sign is there, the bases are same, so we can write it as 2 to the power 5 minus 9 into 2 to the power minus 7. So it is minus 4 into minus 7. Now see, again bases are same and they are multiplied by each other, but the powers are different. So again we will use the product rule that says we have to add the powers. So we will add the powers like this. So you will get 2 to the power minus 4 minus 7, that is 2 to the power minus 11. So whenever you have larger powers like 5, 10, 9 and 18, then you should use the laws of exponents in order to solve the question in a short period of time. Similarly, in the third question, a different type of question is there. So it is 3 to the power minus 1 into minus 7 to the power minus 3. So here first of all we will convert this number into the single power. So again we will use that rule that says multiplication of the powers if the power to the power is there, like this. Then minus 3 to the power minus 3 and minus 7 to the power minus 3. Now see here, the bases are different but the powers are same. So now we can combine it with using one more law. So it becomes 21 to the power minus 3. Now suppose if you wish to remove this negative exponent, then what you can write? You can write 21 to the power 3 like this. So this is our answer. So here we have used two laws of exponents. First is power to the whole power. Then we have combined these two numbers because their bases were different but their powers were same. Understood? Now similarly, suppose if we have to find or we have to express, like in question number 6, we have to express in the form of their prime factors. So this we can write 125 into 216. Then we will write the prime factorization of 125 like this, and prime factorization of 216 you will write. Okay, since they have asked us to write in terms of prime factors only. So this is 5 cube, 2 cube and 3 cube. Getting? So do not write the answer like this, like 5 cube into 6 cube. It is absolutely wrong. Why it is wrong? Because 6 is not a prime number. We have to write the answer only in terms of its prime factors. Then the third one, 216000 into 729000. Okay. So prime factorization of, okay, so in these type of questions where you have a large number of zeros, so what you can do, you can separate it 216 into 1000 into 729 into 1000. Then you just write it as 216 into 729 into 6 zeros will be there. Now prime factorization of 216 I have already written there. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Then prime factorization of 729, 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay. Then see the prime factorization of this, how you can write very easily. You just write it as 10 to the power 6. Okay. So how much it will be? It is 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 6. Then 10 we can write it as 2 into 5 to the power 6. Okay, this 10 we can write it as 2 into the 5 to the power 6. So it becomes 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 6 into 2 to the power 6 into 5 to the power 6. Then we will combine the powers of 2. So finally we got 2 to the power 9, 3 to the power 6 into 5 to the power 6. Okay, so in this manner you can combine and you can solve whenever you have large number of zeros are there. So separate the zeros. Then 6 zeros are there, so 10 to the power 6. Then you can combine it. Okay, so this is for today. This is it for today. We will discuss the another set of problems in the next video. Thank you.